Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Indie Zone podcast. My name is Kathy. If you have not yet had an opportunity to listen to our most recent episode of this continuing podcast series of Idaho versus Kohberger, please do so because it directly relates to the court order which was rendered on May 29th, 2025 by Judge Stephen J. Hippler. On May 29th, 2025, Judge Hippler entered an order sealing defendant's amended Phase II mitigation witness list. This court order reads, the court having before it the motion to seal defendant's amended Phase II mitigation witness list and good cause appearing, now therefore, it is hereby ordered defendant's amended Phase II mitigation witness list shall be filed under seal pursuant to ICAR 32I and IC Section 74, 124, 1B, and C. So ordered, and then we see handwritten, May 29th, 2025, signed Stephen J. Hippler as district judge. Judge Hippler is, of course, the trier of the law in this case and will preside over the forthcoming trial of this matter. So we see here what the court has done is has granted this motion to seal the defendant's Phase II. That is the penalty phase, if there is one. In the event of a conviction, the defense will be offering up whatever mitigation witnesses are listed here on this now sealed from public disclosure Phase II mitigation witness list. As you are aware, this is a capital case. Mr. Kohberger has been charged with 5 felonies by indictment returned by the Latah County grand jury back in May of 2023. He is presumed not guilty under the eyes of the law until or unless one of two things occur. The first is that he pleads guilty to these charges. The second is he is adjudicated guilty by the future jury who will sit as triers of fact in this case and who will ultimately render a decision as to guilt or not guilt. In addition, during the last episode of the Indie Zone podcast, we had noted that this motion, which has now been granted to seal defendant's amended Phase II mitigation witness list, was actually the third of 3 filings that the defense has filed within a week's period of time. The first remains outstanding. That was the motion for these very same mitigation witnesses to be permitted to, if they chose, view the guilt phase, which is the first part of the proceedings. After the defense filed that motion, they then filed a second document. This was a stipulation that the state of Idaho had entered into with the defense that they had no objection to the court's granting of this relief to Mr. Kohberger. They were very clear, however, in that stipulation that this was only to relate to mitigation witnesses who would not be testifying during the guilt phase, Phase I of these proceedings. So we are awaiting still a ruling as to that May 22nd, 2025 motion. Until next time, this is Kathy. Thank you for joining us today.